He's off, a bit off centre there. Oh, easy, easy, easy. Oh, you don't like this. Blue skies, man. Look at those blue skies. Yeah, here's a go around. Number 2 GP.
With all these go-arounds, does it mean there'll be now delays in the airport?
Well, yeah, it'll back up the delays at. I mean, obviously all the baggage will go through, but the baggage, that's a wind shear go around, his gear's still down. But generally it will. Ultimately, it's a process. This is a procedure where the baggage claim areas will get a bit gunked up with baggage that's warning, and that will be possibly. He would have had on his flight deck wind shear. Try and keep this toggle clean. But yeah, the delays will back up. It's inevitable that transport as well, transport disruption. So buses and trains and all that kind of stuff. People getting to pick people up. The whole infrastructure, the logistics, easy for you to say, the logistics of everything. it just does all back up. And of course, worst case scenario, that those 2 jets that just went around, if they miss their 3rd attempt, then they have to divert, which is real havoc for the passengers, for the flight crews. The airline have to bring new crews in. So it's a blooming nightmare, really. 3 attempts. And you're out. Okay, rain is going to end soon, I think. Not before it's smashed us one last final time. Passengers having to pay for them to travel extra miles or putting them up in hotels or whatever it might be. So it's critical for them to get them on the ground, because a missed approach alone costs money, but a diversion is a bleeding nightmare for everybody concerned, especially if you've got a full aeroplane. That's number 5.
How close did he get to landing?
20 feet, maybe a bit closer. About how close we are to the ground here, but just caught by wind shear and wallop, up he goes, and that's why his gear's still down. So that would have been, on the flight decks, quite dramatic. Obviously, it's the automated systems would have called out wind shear, and then they hit the toga button, which is, it then configures the aircraft. Undercarriage stays down for the climb out. The controlled toga is something like we've seen out there, which is still a wind. Come on, mate, you can do it. Get it on the ground. Oh, no. See, now that wasn't wind shear. That was a pilot-induced go around. Get that gear up. Is that number 17 or 16, Gilly? I don't know. Oh. For a minute, as in like 60. Yeah, right. They missed their flight, so there's all sorts of crazy things that you have to consider in terms of the logistics. This next one, if you've got about 20 seconds, this next one is the Big Daddy from Qatar. He's already gone around once. Little bit, these, like I said, these guys are very strict in their procedures, both for for flying in general. If they put their gear down too quick, for example, or put their gear down too late, they'll get a rap over the knuckles when they get back to base. But these guys, obviously, with an A380, it's the biggest aircraft, a commercial jetliner in the world. It's a double-decker, and it's a bit like when they say that they're closing the bridges for high-sided vehicles. This is so much a high-sided aeroplane, and of course, when they've got their undercarriage down, there's even more aerodynamic buffering going on underneath the aircraft. He's probably about 10 seconds from me. If you can hold, I don't know. I know you've got other people to talk to. You go. Take care. Be safe. Yes. Okay. Be safe. Cheers. Okay, folks. Right. Got to stop all these bleeding interviews. All these people coming, messaging me. I've heard from them for about 20 years. Funny as hell. Jilly, I'll come to you in a second. Stand by. Hi, Nat. Okay, here we go. Second attempt. Little less blustery. Like I say, look at the exhaust plumes out the back of the jets, out the back of the engines. That's him manipulating the throttles, keeping the speed up. You don't want to come in with too low speed. He's going to get it this time. Come on, son, you can do it. That is insane, man. Still struggling against the conditions there. Look, gear going up. Uh-oh, big one coming, big one coming. How am I going to hear him? How am I going to hear him interviewing me? Easy. As a passenger, man, you've got to be thinking, haven't you? I mean, it's bad enough when you land in heavy winds and you can see that rudder, see him kicking that rudder there, and you can feel the whole aircraft just literally lurching from side to side. It's only when it gets down to that speed that you're like, oh, thank God for that. Don't panic! dripping by. Okay. Got a cruiser coming straight towards me from the East GP. Totally oblivious to what's going on down on the ground there. KLM. Oh wow. Okay, so it is 10 o'clock, folks. We are now expecting the winds to pick up. So 2 hours, we should have 2 hours of intensity. Thank you. It's got really holding on now, man, I'm telling you. And of course, these guys don't want to spend all the extra money of relocating the aircraft and passengers, having to pay for them to travel extra miles or putting them up in hotels or whatever it might be. So it's critical for them to get them on the ground, because a missed approach alone costs money, but a diversion is a bleeding nightmare for everybody concerned, especially if you've got a full aeroplane. That's number 5.
How close did he get to landing?
20 feet, maybe a bit closer. About how close we are to the ground here, but just caught by wind shear and wallop, up he goes, and that's why his gear's still down. So that would have been, you know, the on the flight decks, quite dramatic. Obviously, it's you know, the automated systems would have called out wind shear, and then they hit the toga button, which is, you know, it then configures the aircraft. Undercarriage stays down for the climb out. The controlled toga is something like we've seen out there, which is still a wind shear. Right. Oh, blimey. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Okay, we'll just drop. Okay, yeah, but what I'm saying is that my YouTube on my phone has gone down. Someone said it's down. No, I've got a flask. That was pretty gnarly. That was, man. That was pretty gnarly. Yeah, we're all good, man. We're all good. 350, unmistakable front end profile of the A350. Dora Gerber, there is an entire paragraph on Jerry in the New York Times. That's hilarious. Oh. I've got to go into London tomorrow, Jelly, for an interview on the Today Show, haven't I? The Today programme. Stupid o'clock in the morning. Malaysian 350. Beautiful aeroplane, look. Aero livery. Commentate on the races. Oh,